93 WIBC Mobile News. On the level, on the go.
A dense fog advisory in effect. With your Alexa flash briefing, I'm Herrick. Fog impacting a big chunk of central Indiana until about 9 this morning. Plus, it's also staying darker for long periods of time this time of year.
So it might be hard to see folks that might be out walking or maybe stopping, or even kids out by the bus stop. So in all those cases, you want to just slow down, use a little extra caution because the visibility isn't as good.
Meteorologist Jason Puma with the National Weather Service in Indianapolis says after the fog moves out around 9 o'clock, temperatures will warm up into the low 80s later today. Then a cold front moves in by early next week. If you want a downtown that you recognize when the pandemic is over, Downtown Indy says there's something you can do. Chris Davis explains.
I think Bob Dylan said it best. If you're not busy being born, you're busy dying. And so we have to keep the birth going and the new life coming.
Bob Schultz, Vice President of Marketing for Downtown Indy, he says more people are coming back to work downtown, about 25,000 every day. But that's down from the 150,000 before the pandemic. He says some businesses have closed and some are having trouble.
Their expenses are still at 100%, but their income is anywhere from 25 to 50%.
But the best that you can do for them and for downtown is to shop and eat. What Schultz says is being done to make it safer and clean at WIBC.com. Chris Davis, 93 WIBC Mobile News.
IMPD releasing its budget for 2021, which amounts to $261 million. That's almost $8 million more than the previous year.
Here's what the extra money IMPD is asking for would cover. A $3.3 million increase would go toward personnel costs, which makes up 82% of the budget. $2.7 million would be used for body-worn cameras, leases, and legal settlements. Roughly $1.1 million would be used for vehicles and equipment. Police say they also want to budget for equity. They want more money for recruitment so they can build a team that looks like the community it serves.
Wish TV's Demi Johnson reports that local Black Lives Matter activists want the police defunded, something IMPD Chief Randall Taylor said at a meeting Wednesday night would have a negative impact. Indiana's health commissioner says she's confident the FDA will keep the approval of a potential coronavirus vaccine free of politics. Eric Berman explains.
9 drug companies issued a statement this week pledging not to seek approval unless they're confident of a vaccine's safety and effectiveness. Health Commissioner Christina Bach says Indiana will have its own panel of experts review the data.
I feel like the pharmaceutical companies and the FDA have at their heart the absolute desire to ethically present to us and scientifically the best vaccines that they possibly can.
Buck says the same panel is discussing how to distribute a vaccine and who gets it first. Supplies are likely to be limited in the beginning. Eric Berman, 93 WIBC Mobile News.
But are politics playing a role in a new coronavirus relief bill? Your senior senator in Washington says Democrats are holding up the bill in the name of political gain. Kurt Darling reports.
Senator Todd Young says the COVID relief bill from Republicans in Congress meets the needs of the American people.
It's the party of government that is not allowing government to work.
He's referring to Democrats who say the bill, which is worth less than $1 trillion, is not enough. Young and fellow Republicans say it's a more targeted approach in keeping kids safe at school and helping small businesses stay afloat.
Between the end of March and July, we saw 80,000 small businesses in this country go out of business.
He hopes the bill will keep that number from growing. Kirk Darling, 93 WIBC Mobile News.
And why one man takes pride in restoring history. Rob Connett reports from 30 feet above the ground.
Some of these pieces, you see these architectural elements at the top.
The L.S. Ayers clock has been at the corner of Meridian and Washington in downtown Indy since 1936. Now it's being restored.
Removed about 190 pounds of rust and debris from the inside.
By a guy named Brose Partington and his team.
It's history, and it's part of Indianapolis now.
With the plans for it to be complete in October.
If it wasn't restored, it would just fall off the side of the building or be removed, and you'll never see a clock like this ever again.
Rob Connett, 93 WIBC Mobile News.
WIBC's flash briefings are updated throughout the day, so you can always check for the latest local news. You can also rejoin us in the car at 93.1 FM to stay on top of the latest traffic alerts, weather, and news. I'm Herrick, on the level, on the go, and on Twitter at 93 WIBC and WIBC.com.